And we're live! Hello! How's it going? Welcome back for round 2 of Ryuutama, which we are entitling A Journey's Tale. Why don't we go around and introduce ourselves again? Just clockwise. Starting from...
Yeah.
Yes, go.
I'll start. Me. I am Marit. I will be playing Nessa. I was missing last week because I was busy being sick. But I was in the chat, so...
Yep. I don't know how legible these nameplates are, but yeah, she was Yuzu Pazuzu, so...
Hi. Am I next?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. My name's Evan, and I am playing Sulfira, a noble redhead that does stuff. She's pretty cool. That's it.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm playing Jin Agan, who is doing his best to keep Solthira from getting in too much trouble and dying. Also make some coin on the way.
And dying? What?
Oh wait, is it my turn?
Yep.
I was trying to tell everyone in my community, hey, come support us. We're on. Blah blah blah. So
No
yeah,
support,
hey,
only
Corey
play.
Here. Yeah, all the supports. Corey here. I am playing Brahm, the big man on campus, and
Got an eye for flowers.
what else were we saying? I forgot.
Character, anything
Who is Brahm? What are you
interesting?
doing?
He's got an eye for
Who
flowers.
is Brahm
Oh, what am I
really?
doing?
Like, does he like long walks on the beach?
No,
Does he?
Forest.
he likes working and taking care of his wife, who's currently pregnant with his first child, who he knows is going to be a boy. He hopes it's going to be a boy, but he pretty much
Not
prays
if the
it's
DM
gonna
has
be a
anything
boy.
to say about it.
If you say it too often.
Yeah, he needs a.
Is that what you're going to ask the All Sage?
Is it
No.
gonna be a boy?
No, I was talking with Ian about some cheesy shit, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet.
I hope you get to the All Sage and ask him that, and he's born the day before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those who haven't watched the trailer, so the whole idea is we have these four as the springtime voyagers, and they're going on a journey to the Hearth Grove in the middle of the lower continent to go and ask the All Sage their deepest questions, which ties me into, if you are a subscriber to this channel, do our Patreon, share our Ryuutama posts, or have channel points, or give bits, you can add a question for the All Sage, or also do other stuff. Give manifests players that will let them make stuff in the world, or give me light or dark omens, which makes me do good or bad things to players. So should be fun. Do one of those things. A lot of ways to access that set of things. Last time,
Makes you do bad things to players. That's already an excuse to kill us and be
I don't-
like, they made me.
I'm really looking forward
I
to
don't
having.
think our.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I don't think those channel point things are turned on. I see
Oh,
Conjure
right.
a mini Mitch.
Thank you. I'm glad we're getting this out of the
Yeah.
way, and the part that won't make it into YouTube, because I usually
Oh,
cut out the
boy.
front part.
Cut
I
out the
will-
front. Get all to the nitty gritty.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so I was going back and watching them, and I noticed that some of these can drag on, and like if you're on YouTube, you're generally like binging stuff. So the amount of
Yeah.
time between episodes is going to be pretty small, so why not?
Makes sense. Trim the fat.
Yeah. Although it does lead to awkward
this
situations where it's just
excess.
like, okay, and now we're starting our first round of combat.
Nothing I say is extra, man.
Well, I
This is
cast
all
sleep on the guy
YouTube
last
worthy.
time. I told everybody else, hey, get up. We got a dude here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the only one awake right now.
Let's see.
He did yell. He did yell for us though.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the rewards
Beauty sleep.
should be on now, so that's good. and we are just gonna pick up right there. So the way that we're gonna play this, and the way that I decided the book wants us to play it, is so the spell that you used, something like Winter's Sleep or something like that, is basically reads to me like a sleep spell in a JRPG. Like, it's not the combat's over. It's they have a chance to wake up every round. They have all that fun stuff. So this is like the opening move in a combat, and we are going to do that. So
basically, the goal was to put him to sleep until my eyes have time to assemble.
Yeah. Yeah, let me get the map cam up. So combat in Ryuutama.
And I rolled my 2d8. Sorry, continue.
So the combat in Ryuutama is a bit different than combat in most things, and that should make it clear. Let me say whatever you're going to say while I get the camera positioned appropriately.
Okay, so one thing, every time you cast a spell, you need to roll int and spirit, and if you roll double ones, the spell fails. Otherwise, spell goes off without hitch. Do you want me to explain the combat rules again?
I mean, you did it for me earlier, so you're already prepped and ready to go, so yeah.
Okay, so basically, at the start of combat, everybody rolls initiative, which is int plus dex. You roll your 2 dice for that. This is also effectively your armor class, although some people will have a defense value and an armor class on top of this from various other things. But for the most part, that's your armor class. When you're rolling an attack, you roll the attack based on whatever weapon you're wielding. Like, for example, I use a bow, so I roll dexterity and intelligence. Brahm uses a big axe. He uses strength and strength. And I don't know what weapons everybody else is using. Some of the actions you can do in combat are reassess, which lets you re-roll your initiative. You get 1 action per turn, which you can use to either move to a different part of the combat egg, or you can use to attack, or you can use to reassess, or you can use to cast a spell, that sort of thing. How the battle grid works is kind of like an old style Final Fantasy game. There's the front row for each team, and there's the back row for each team. For the most part, melee weapons can go from front row to front row. Ranged weapons can hit any row. Spells are case by case basis. If all your front row is defeated, your back row now becomes your front row. And yeah, I think I got most of that.
The one thing that I didn't hear is at the beginning of combat, in addition to rolling initiative, which we will all do in a hot second, we also decide on items that are in the battlefield. We decide on, I believe it's 5. So we're just going to go around and have everybody contribute 1 item to the battlefield. I will start with pit traps that the Neko goblins have left lying around the battlefield.
I'm going to go with barrels of fish that the Neko goblins have.
I'm gonna throw out there some litter boxes full of cat doo-doo.
There is a gated small herd of goats in the encampment.
You're doing that for the views.
Right? That's what I was just thinking.
I heard goats
Okay.
were the rage, man.
These jokes
Goats
don't
are fire
work
on
unless
Twitch.
we make them on camera.
No.
Everyone already knows
wondering
about the
secret
goats.
life
I'm
of
just
goats.
getting on board of the train, onto the goat train. Everyone already has heard about the goats. It's the thing now. It's hot.
Okay, sure. Let's just let that go unexplained then. No
if you're watching
context
this and you
required.
don't know what I'm talking about, you're already missing out, and you might as well just leave.
Google
No, just
goats.
stay here, watch
No,
this.
don't leave!
Viewer count slowly
There are
drops
goats.
down.
Evan!
Okay.
He's always wrong. And
Jim.
lastly, the last item is the smoldering remains of some of the campfires.
Okay.
Something reasonable.
Couldn't we have just said the dead body of the guy who snuck in town?
Yeah,
He's
is
not
that
dead yet.
is that how we win the fight?
No.
We
Also-
make him an object.
Do you want him
Oh,
dead?
I see.
Because then you won't get an explanation for what he's been putting inside the Neko Goblins.
The
Oh,
unconscious body of the guy.
I don't think Brahm thinks that far ahead.
Well, he is unconscious right now.
Yeah.
Avengers assembled.
For context, for anybody who wasn't around for last episode, so we got to investigate a Neko Goblin camp on our journey, and they had things under their skin that were metal and round, well, hard and round, I guess, and we don't know what they are. And we're suspecting that this guy that we had encountered earlier, Jack, is the culprit, and Jack was sneaking into camp, and that will be his end.
We suspect that this guy who's expressed displeasure toward the Neko Goblins, who's sneaking into Neko Goblin camp with a bag full of the things that are under their skin, we think he might be the guy who did it. We're not sure though.
Yeah, so
Maybe.
we're all going to roll initiative now,
certainly
except for Nessa, who will come in soon.
Eventually.
Eventually.
What's initiative again?
Int
Ooh.
plus Dex.
Oh, yeah.
12.
Okay, so we got
Nice.
Hard to hit.
Solth at 12, Jin at
5.
and Brahm at
7.
7. Sweet. And initiative for monsters are fixed, and they start at 7. Do you know how you break? Or 5, actually. Sorry. Is it? No, it was 8. 8. That's the one I was using. 8. So that means it will be going Solth, then Jack, then Brahm, then Jin. So.
Right, I would like to be in the back row for the start of this combat.
Okay. Yeah, what color do we want to represent ourselves? So we got
Red, please.
red.
It's always ready, and you should know this by now.
Front or back?
I need a plaid. We have a
Front,
plaid.
please.
We do not have a plaid. We have blue, green, silver,
That-
pink,
You need to
cyan,
get a marker
black.
and make a plaid.
Do silver.
Okay. Front or back?
Oh, front.
Purple,
Bree,
yellow.
What are you gonna want?
I'm gonna want yellow.
I'll go cyan then, and I'll be in back.
Yellow. Okay.
Just so you guys know, I am virtually out of mana.
Same.
I have.
That
20
said, I think you guys still have your armor up because it lasts for 12 freaking hours.
Correct.
Okay, so since you caught them, or you caught Jack by surprise, hey Ben, how's it going? Since you caught them by surprise, you get the first action, and then we'll just head to the top of the round.
Are you talking about just me getting the first action?
Yes,
Or
you are
everybody?
the only one who gets the first action because you were on watch and you watched well.
I'm going to reassess to try and re-roll my initiative. By the way, if you re-roll your initiative, you take whatever's higher. So even if you roll lower than what you did the first time,
Yeah.
you get higher. I
Okay.
now improve my initiative to 6.
Good job.
Sounds good. You improve your initiative to 6. Gotcha. And we're going to go to the top of the round from there. Solth, you wake up at the warning shouted by Jin, and you scramble to get all your stuff together and rush up to combat.
All right. There's no such thing as lethal and non-lethal in this game, but I don't know if we're killing this guy. But I'm doing whatever
Yeah.
we decide to do. But I'm going to strike him. He's still asleep, right?
Yes. This is a happy game.
Yeah.
So, this is a mostly happy game. So things don't die if you don't want them to die.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, I kind of he just woke me up, and I'm blaming the waking up on the intruder rather than the person shouting, because now that I was initially mad at Jen because he's woken me up before. And so
Context! Give context! That sounds terrible.
and so I run over and get into the front and I attack him with my stabby stab. I have an epee and I unsheath it and it's purplish silver, unlike the rest of my uniform. As I sleep in my uniform, that's going to be an 8 to strike.
Okay, that will hit.
All right, and it's going to be 6 damage maximum.
Sweet. 6. Next up is him. So how does the sleep spell work?
If he takes damage, he wakes up.
Well,
Otherwise-
he took damage, so he just kind of like realizes what was going on. He's like, what's going on? Who's there?
You're intruding on this place. You're the one that's messing with these goblins.
Oh, it's a shame that you're here. This wasn't supposed to end like this. He just like pulls out a hatchet and then just goes at it. And he will roll.
Why'd you lie? And you're gonna hurt me?
Yes. And that is a 4 at Solth.
No, my defense is 12 right now.
Yep. That was a crappy roll. That means that it is going to be Brahm's turn.
You dodged.
So I'm looking at the combat actions. You can move, you can magic, you can assess a situation, defend an attack. Right? That's it.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So obviously it'd be an attack. I was trying to read how attack works. I just say I'm attacking with my axe and do a strength.
You're in range.
Okay. All right. So I roll a strength, which is terrible. It is a 7.
Okay, with a 7 you will miss.
All right.
That will bring it to Solthira again. Or no, Jin. Jin, you're up.
Nope.
I'm going to try and shoot him with my bow. 12! Wow, maximum.
Fair enough. Go ahead and roll damage.
Do you
that mean it's a
crit?
crit?
I don't know how crits work. Right, no, it's 6.
Yeah.
Both
No?
6s
Did you roll max on
or
your-
both maximum.
I rolled back.
Yeah,
I rolled
because on
both
both dice is a crit.
What are you? What
I don't know what.
is roll 20
It's two
bugged for
sixes
you?
or-
That's like the 4th one in a row.
No,
That is
Not in a
good.
row. You rolled initiative.
I have rolled 3 times already, and none of them have been max. Actually, several of them have been really bad.
Okay. Anyways, you've been getting a
I
lot
don't
of
know what it
crits,
does,
so.
I don't know what a crit does, so 3 damage.
Okay.
You roll your dice damage twice.
5 damage total.
Okay. Yeah, just like right in the shoulder and seems to sink in pretty deep. Solthira, you're up.
I'm up again?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess there's only 4 people in this combat.
There's only 4 people in this combat. You only get
And
one
it's like-
action.
Why are you still standing? Stab. 9. I have a plus
That'll
1
hit.
9 to strike, and then damage is gonna be a 1 damage.
And that'll take him down for one of the fastest combats I have ever run. Holy God. He's just like,
It helps when you pretty much reduce to, do you move, do you stab, or do you try and fix your AC?
It's not enough to kill you; it's just enough to stop you.
Anyways, yeah, so that all happens, and he goes down, and you have successfully won that combat. What do you do?
Okay, so he's like just on the ground. So I'm gonna make sure. Is he like panting or is he unconscious?
He is unconscious, unless you want to like rouse him. You know, if you just like shake him, he'll wake up.
Once
half
I would
an
shake him
HP.
and then be like, look up to Brahm and be like, what do we do? Is he the one that has the stuff? And I'll grab a pack or something, whatever he's got on him that looks like a container.
He has a bag filled with He has 2 bags on him, actually. So one of them has, like, filled with something that kind of clangs and jingles. And then the other one is filled with not medical tools. It's just, like, pretty crude, like a knife and then some sinew and a needle.
I grabbed the clankly jingly bag.
Yeah, okay.
And
You
sift
open it,
through it.
and it's a shit ton of gold.
Oh.
It
You putting
is...
gold in these cats?
I close it and I just hold on to it. But
It
I don't
is-
hide it or anything. I just hold on to it.
500 gold total.
Yeah.
400...
He had
No.
a lot of
Yeah,
of
500.
money. Someone might be paying him to do this.
He's awake, right?
Yeah, but
I'm
I'm
going to wake him up.
and I'm tying him up with the rope I have.
Yeah, sure. That happens.
Why have you done this?
It's a long story. See, those Neko goblins, they've been causing me trouble ever since I moved into this forest. They've been messing with my petunia patch. Little rat bastards. I tried hiring adventurers to fix the problem, but they kept on saying the gold that I gave them wasn't enough to cover the trouble, so I figured I had a little bit more natural incentive. And the fact that the city turned against them, and they turned against the city, didn't hurt either.
That's mean, man.
But why did you put gold in them, of all things?
Well, you have to admit that if you hear that you'll get a bit of gold out of doing some monster wrangling, you'll be a little bit more incentivized.
Brom looks at Jen and like goes, "Yeah, he is kind of right there. Actually, I was kind
You
of
are
thinking
a
about."
sad, sick little man. He says, not to Brom, but to Jack.
No one in my family's been incentivized to spend gold this way.
I'm just saying, I had the prize petunia patch before these monsters started wrecking all my flowers.
Well, but now
You're
you're
not the
gonna
prize yourself.
be locked up, and your petunia patch is gonna just be dead, and you're not gonna be able to keep it. I mean, it's not a win-win situation here for you, bud.
Just
You know,
like-
when they sell your forfeited land, you're not going to get any money for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
who do you think
she knows
that-
what's up about that?
Who do you think's going to intern me? Why would the village listen to
Intern
you when I am a long-standing, reputable member of the society?
Well, because.
I'll just deny everything.
Well, Saphira, if we have him captured, we can bring some of the elder Neko goblins to the city and show them what he's been doing. I mean, we have proof right here. We have him. He has surgical tools.
Yeah, well, I mean, proof. Well, hold on 1 second. I'm going to run over to where I was sleeping and go through the box that some of my stuff is in and pull out a little script of paper and be like, oh, I could use this to talk to somebody. And it's just a little thing that has my dad's name on it. And,
Slinging that name around.
well, I mean, people know him in a lot of other places since he does a lot with like property and things. So
I mean, it makes sense to get your foot in the door.
I'm not trying to take on his business. It's just
And I am pretty convincing when I mean to be. For
Yep.
convincing them that this guy's done these things. It's so hard not to go back into Pyotr. Well, we could just kill you and then you can't defend yourself. But I'm not playing an evil bastard anymore.
So while you
I
all,
mean, I was.
while you all are discussing, Fiskers comes up and just like tugs on Jin's pant leg, and it's just like, if I might
Yes.
make a proposition.
Okay, that one was a stretch, but go ahead.
If we could get our paws on this prisoner, I think we could take care of him.
See, that's what I was thinking. That
What
was
do you
the
mean
other
take care of
option.
him?
We'll make sure he's comfortable.
wasn't inconveniencing them, so why not just let them inconvenience him? or, inconvenience.
Yeah, I mean, we're not getting paid either way.
He's right.
Are we seriously just gonna let a man die? Okay, man, he
Well, they're probably not
Probably
going to kill him.
deserves it.
They're probably just going to do something, I don't know, weird.
Yeah, we're
Fiskars,
not
what are
gonna
you
kill
do with
him right away.
Oh, they're gonna implant stuff into his body. You ever heard of the
They don't
eye?
have
Yeah,
tools
let's
to
just
do
say
that.
that we need a new scratching post. The old one's getting kind of worn down. This look of just like pure malice spreads across Fisker's face.
I tucked that 500 gold into the box that I have.
I don't like that look, Jen. I'll be honest. I was just kind of joking with letting him stay with them. I think it might be better to take him into town.
I figure if we can get him to confess to his crimes and not just have it be a bunch of out of towners, we might be able to have you guys not fighting against the humans as much.
Are you seeing, like, just we go and get him to admit his crimes and then the town goes a little bit easier on the goblins since, it's not their fault?
Exactly.
Yeah. Otherwise, we're just leaving the town to still, hate them, so to speak. So Brom looks at Fiskars and is like, I understand that you would you'd want to take your justice out on him yourself, but it sounds like if you do that, it'll be a short-lived bit of justice. Whereas if you let us take him into town, we can probably give you more peace and let you go back to your, 9
Yeah, 'cause
lives.
Nobody likes you in town right now because he kind of made it so they don't like you. So if you tell them that, if he tells them that it's his fault, then, you guys might be a little bit better off.
Well, I'm feeling like he should at least do some community service.
Us?
Oh.
We just did community
No,
service.
him.
No, him.
Not us, him.
Oh.
We know
Take it
you're
to
not
sleep.
going to do anything. Come on.
On that point, we agree.
We have lots of litter boxes that need scooping.
I know. I noticed that over
Shamelessly
this
stolen from
battlefield.
chat.
Holy smokes.
Well, maybe you can get a judge in town to appoint that work to him. So if he leaves, I don't know, he can get more punishment.
Okay. So you seem to have settled on the strategy of bringing him into town and then, letting them deal with him and kind of clearing the Neko Goblin's name. So
Right.
Exactly.
to make a long story short, the Neko Goblins consent and you all start heading into town. Before we do that, however,
Do we finish going to bed? Because it's like we got interrupted our sleep. Or do we go straight to bed? Or straight to town?
you can go to town in the morning if you want. It's like up to you. He's not gonna run away. He got overpowered pretty easily.
Morning it is.
So we're going to rewind a bit, and we're going to cover the story of Nessa. What was your last name? I can't quite read it from here. Corden. So, Nessa, you are also part of the Springtime Voyagers, but you had a bit of a mishap on the first day. And why don't you tell us about that mishap?
Well, for being honest, I slept in.
What is this Pokemon?
It's not Pokemon!
I totally wasn't going up to Ian and being like, so what if I just Ash catch?
Okay.
All right. I
It's a
think
legendary adventure.
I think Sulthera definitely got Charmander. I think Braum definitely got Bulbasaur, and I probably got Squirtle.
Oh, yeah.
Pikachu.
So I guess she's getting the Pikachu.
That makes total sense, actually.
So the rest of the Springtime Voyagers gathered and set off when they were supposed to as the sun was rising. It was very picturesque, but Nessa, you wake up as the sun is high in the sky and there's just like I'm assuming you have a cat. Can I insert that?
Yes.
You have a
Yes,
cat
I
that
would
just
have a
like
cat.
rubs against your face and starts purring.
Oh, hey, Whiskers.
Yeah.
Is it time to go already? It seems a bit bright. Oh no. I'm gonna like quickly get up, look out the window. Well, just quickly gather my stuff, go throw like a bunch of stuff onto my donkey, and run towards the town square. Just,
Okay.
like full tilt.
You get to the town square and it is already empty. The mayor's there and she's just kind of like, "Oh, Nessa, surprised seeing you. Weren't you supposed to be gone already?"
Is it over already?
"Yes, I'm afraid so, dear."
Is she like trying to stick some pieces of wood and other like dirt underneath the one end of the podium that was kind of lower than the other?
Yeah, that's what she's doing.
I remember Brahm's joke.
You don't think that they're too far off, do you?
Well, they set off about 6 hours ago, so Godspeed.
6 hours.
It's okay. I'm hardy, and you know what? Maybe I'll just find them starving on the road. It's okay.
Okay, so why don't you tell us a little bit about Nessa?
Nessa is a chef. She's pretty well known around town. A lot of people kind of go to her to like get their pastries and also, their daily gossip. She's a little bit of a gossip. She's got like kind of wavy flaxen hair and just like a face full of freckles. Yeah, she's also got a little bit of magic capabilities, but she usually keeps that on the down low, just like as a surprise for her. Like it's like special menu stuff.
Okay, I feel like so I was reading chat. She's the baker with the tray,
Yes,
like always.
I am Belle.
Okay.
Well,
I was like,
guess
I know
I'm
that's a
I'm the
reference.
baker that Belle disses in her daily insult song.
See, I was imagining you playing literally just Abby, but okay.
Okay, so Sulthira, there's
Yeah.
some story that you have of Nessa Corden that really fixes who she is in your mind. So why don't you tell us about that story?
Yeah. So it's primarily bakery. What kind of food do you normally sell?
Yes.
Right on. Yes. So
Well, the
one
above.
time, I went out. It was a couple of years ago. I went out to go pick up desserts for a party. Someone didn't pick up enough, so I was the one that had to go out, I guess. And I went to Nessa's place, and when I was there, she was talking to a whole bunch of people, and they were all like fixated on some kind of story she was telling. And I don't know. It for a second I was mad because I couldn't get what I wanted, but then like the story she was telling or something, I don't know. It was just like I couldn't tell if it was super fascinating that what she was saying or how she was saying it. But like there's at least 6 or 7 people, and I stood there myself too for like 10 minutes listening to her, and I don't know. It was just like captivating or something.
Okay. And so you were watching last episode. You kind of know the lay of the land, right, Nessa?
Yeah.
There was the open road, and then there was the river that had to be, the channel that had to be crossed.
Yes.
And they went into the dark forest, And why don't you tell us a story about something that happened on your journey?
Well, okay. So I ended up stopping at the river for a little bit because it's like really nice, clean water. I, wanted to make some bread. So I got a little distracted doing that. But like as I went to go get the water from the river, I fell in. It's super embarrassing. Super embarrassing. But I mean, at least no one was there to see me.
Except
That is until
did
I
you stick with an animal?
turned around. Yes.
Okay.
I have a donkey named Buttercup.
You might say that, at least in front of Buttercup, you look like a real ass. Ah. Okay. Bakers are apparently getting appreciation in chat.
Oh.
Okay. So last
All
things
food
last
service workers need more appreciation.
is you have one item in your possession that you feel really attached to. And what is that item?
I wrote this down somewhere. Just give me a second. Shit. I didn't write it down. I'm a terrible person.
Procrastinator.
I have...
Didn't finish the homework.
I have a necklace that I always keep on me. It's not terribly fancy, but it's a family heirloom. And like my grandpa gave it to my grandma right before he went off to war, and he never came home. So it's just kind of been passed down to the eldest daughter since then.
Cool.
It's got like a nice little flower engraving on it. It's a little locket. It's got a pressed flower on the inside.
Also, I liked the pizza spatula of destiny. Hold on, that might be coming back. So you make your way on your journey, and you eventually come to the small village town of Thurston. Why don't we just do one set of checks just to see how your overall journey goes? Oh no, encouraging bad habits in chat. Yeah, so first things first is your condition check. And that is just a spirit plus something.
It's all sixes for me, so.
No
Easy.
leftovers with that pizza.
It's never left over.
I got a 9.
A 9 is pretty solid. So you're feeling decent today. You know, you woke up on the right side of the bed at the very least. And then next is a travel check. And that's just going to be 2 6s again.
Ah! That is a 4.
A 4
These dice are getting set to the side.
means that you fail your travel check. Not severely. So you take, I think it's a quarter damage. And do you want to pick how you take that damage, or should I?
I'll roll the dice. You pick.
Okay. So as you're traveling, it's been established that you're pretty, not the most put together person. So you lose track of what you're doing and accidentally step on Buttercup's tail while you're in camp, and she just straight up kicks your shin, and it hurts.
Ah.
And I'm thinking of it, and I don't actually know what noise a donkey makes in people terms, so I'm not going to try that. But good point, yeah. I feel like I should get one of those little spinny wheels for that kids
Pull
use
it.
to learn there. That's apparently the level that I'm on right now. Oops, somebody dropped.
That
Carter, come
would
back to
be
us.
Brom.
Carter. Anyways, I'm not going to try and fix that right now, so you guys just get a peek into what our Zoom looks
I'm
like.
Brom now. My
Apparently.
wife is having a child. I am strong.
So,
I like how you can see OBS in one of the windows.
Maybe come back.
yeah, I'm not going to fix that. Nessa is just OBS.
He's reconnecting. He's reconnecting.
So, next thing is the
Hello?
navigation check. I'll fix
No,
this
you're Brom.
in a sec. So the next thing is the navigation check, and that's going to be the same thing, double sixes. So,
That's a 5.
okay, that will also fail. So you take a while and do not make very good progress. I'm going to assume that's the right
myself.
one. And then,
Please enjoy the stability up here on the top row, ladies and gentlemen.
right? There we go.
Hey,
People are
I'm
in the
back.
right spot.
It's just
Like
a
this.
girl thing. Hashtag girl things.
Okay. And finally, camping check to see whether you recover your thing.
I will have, for camping, used my spell that gives me a +1 camping check.
Okay.
The alert bell alarm.
So, what kind of mage are you again?
Autumn, but you still get 2 incantation spells.
Yeah.
when you-
No, I was just wondering if we had. I remember something about we might have 3 winter mages at some point. That'd be freaking hilarious.
6.
Okay, a 6
Oh, wait, no, 7.
is 7 is good. You make competent camp and recover your health. You end up making camp
And mana.
overnight in the plainsy area before you reach the channel.
I will remove a day's worth of water and rations.
Okay. And yeah, so you finally make it into Thurston. And you go immediately to, so it's not a large town, it's a pretty small town, and you go to the only inn that they have, the Bait and Tackle Inn. And you go to sleep overnight. And in the morning, you awaken to a bit of a commotion outside as you hear several voices, some of which are familiar, shouting outside the inn.
Yes, I finally made it. I'm gonna get up, get dressed really quickly, and kind of rush out and just say, Brum! Sophia! And Jin?
Yep, good to be remembered as always.
Wait, you know these...
I see you, Nessa.
Scottish. Aye, you know these hooligans? Get them off me! Dragging me out of my bed at night, accusing me of nonsense.
No, she was supposed to be with us when we met you. But
If
I'm
Sophia
gonna-
is with the group, I doubt that happened.
she's right.
I'm gonna try and look for a villager. Hey, is there a sheriff or a magistrate or somebody in charge of the law hereabouts?
Speaking, sheriff deputy at your service.
Ah, well, perfect. We found this man sneaking into the Neko Goblin encampment and trying to do some rather strange things to them to rile them up to cause problems for your town.
You know, I've known Jack a long time, and he doesn't seem like the type to cause problems. Aye, of course I'm not. We go way back, don't we, Sheriff Deputy? You saw the birth of my first child.
There's actual evidence to prove he's doing it, though. Like, whatever the goblins have been doing to you guys, it's been his fault.
It is true that the Neko goblins have been particularly vicious as of late. In fact, my wife is currently suffering from cat scratch fever. But...
Oh, no.
But
Well, as you probably know from having lived near them for so long, they aren't very aggressive unless provoked.
You guys got to meet Neko goblins? What
Yeah,
was
Yeah,
it
you
like?
have to go back there. I need to grab my coin.
Oh yeah.
He was stuffing them with, like, gold somehow. Like, coins. Why, he said, doesn't really make sense, but he could tell you himself. He's not mute.
that's rubbish. Why would anybody put good gold in Neko goblins?
Well, and I quote, that way adventurers would be more likely to kill them because, hey, they have gold in them.
That's a load of rubbish. You're just making shit up.
He's
Makes
making
sense.
Your reasoning
pinatas.
was a load of rubbish, but it's what you said.
It is.
Did we cut them open to find out that that's what happened?
It is true.
No, that part will come after.
It is. It is true that adventurers have been a lot more eager to try and fight some of the Neko goblins in the area now that there's a bit more reward for doing so. But Jake, really, would you? You know that I'm not like that. Come on, deputy.
He
No
was
one's gonna see
very,
everyone-
very upset about his petunias getting destroyed by the goblins.
Oh, that's why he made a big whoop when I said I was going to move in next door.
He is very protective of his petunias. Why don't you all roll a spirit int check as diplomacy, if I am correct that that is diplomacy.
It's mine's diplomacy is dex ends.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have all the
But I'll
checks in
roll
front of
a
me.
spirit.
That's if he's dealing with nobility.
I will roll a spirit end though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, okay.
I'm rolling spirit in +1 because I'm a merchant.
Do you want us to roll our condition checks for the day too?
Yeah, why don't you do that now? Because you might have to
Alright.
upgrade or downgrade a die.
Oh,
What is this
Alright.
conversation going on in the chat? Like, I've been looking at it every
Pizza.
once in a while.
Yeah,
The dress debate almost happened again, so that
Oh,
brought
God.
me some flashbacks.
My condition's a 3, so I'm okay. My conversation roll is an 11.
Speaking of, I am a frequenter of JK Bay's channel. She streams Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, so feel free to shout yourself out in chat. She has a good stream. She plays weird games. It's good stuff. Anyways, also she shouts me out regularly, so...
got a 9.
9. So I got, what did Solthira get?
I got an 11.
Solth got an 11. Jin got a 9. And Brahm got...
what are we talking about? The condition or
Condition.
the int spirit?
And what did Nessa
Talk
get?
roll.
So the condition I got. Do I add the like my pluses, right? So I got a 11.
11? Okay.
You get to increase a die if that's your condition roll.
Yeah, that's what I got for my condition roll.
Yeah,
Okay.
pick
So-
a die.
I just pick one die and I get to increase it.
Yep.
Yeah.
For the whole day.
Okay.
I heard you're good at strength.
Yeah, I was thinking like, would I go strength or would it be because spirit's like, your vitality, right?
It's your like mental.
Yeah, I think like him sleeping, I think it'd be
Brain
spirit.
Hmm?
Yeah, so I'll do that. So it'll be an 8.
Okay.
And you want us to do in spirit for trying to
Yeah.
smooth over.
Yeah, why don't I just get rolls from all of you? And then Nessa, what was your roll again? For
My condition roll is a 9 again.
9. And sorry, Jen, I didn't get yours.
My condition roll
Yeah.
was also a 9.
9. Okay. Now for diplomacy.
I got an 8.
8. Brom?
Can I get any pluses if I just grab this guy and go, hey, fucking tell him the truth?
I mean, you can do that anyways.
Oh,
Please don't.
I got a 9. I already rolled it.
Okay. Jin?
I also got a 9.
Solth?
I gave you my stuff. My condition roll was a 3. My diplomacy roll was an 11.
Okay.
Damn it! You had to break the 9 streak. You broke it by beating it, but damn it!
This is troubling. There's a lot of evidence against you, Jake. Or was he Jake?
Yes.
Yes.
Jake. There's a lot of evidence against you, Jake. I'm sorry, even though I was there for the birth of little Johnny, I'm afraid that I'm going to have to keep you detained until we can get down to the truth of this matter. Thank you for your kind work, travelers. We can take it from here.
You know, if this guy's been stuffing the Neko goblins with gold, wouldn't it be worth it to get, like, the town doctor or something to try and take it out?
Yeah.
He had tools to put them in. I'm sure he can.
You're correct. I will get... how about you escort Dr. Jenner to the Neko Goblin camp, and he can take care of that. Oh, that's a beautiful pun.
Will do.
I'll steal that.
Finally meet some Neko goblins, Nessa.
Okay.
They are as adorable as the stories say.
Sweet!
And weird, though.
Fine.
So you all grab Dr. Jenner's, and yeah, he's just like a guy. He's like wearing, you know, a really stereotypical doctor's coat, has the stethoscope, has like the, you know, he has a real, what's his face from Stardew Valley vibe going?
Harvey?
Harvey? Yeah, he has a real Harvey vibe going. So you take him to the Neko Goblin encampment, and as you get there, Dirk is the first to greet you. Dirk was taking a cat nap, but wakes up as you approach. Oh, you're back!
Yes.
And are these more humans? Are they good humans?
Yes. This one, I'll gesture to Dr. Jenner, is going to help get rid of those lumps on your stomach. And this one, I gesture to Nessa, is a traveler who's met up with us.
I'm just going to run up and, like, hug one of them and just, like, rub my face on it.
As you approach Dirk kind of like, stay back, human. Just give me a sec.
I'm gonna pull out one of my rations and just, like, hand it to him.
Dirk just kind of like waddles up.
Wow.
I'm gonna give him scritches while he eats. Ah.
You hear the same, like, begrudged purring.
Just gonna turn around. This is amazing, guys.
Come
We'll
on.
be here on the way back.
You
It
all
wasn't so amazing when we first met them. They, tried to rob us.
Mm-hmm.
You all head into the center of camp, and there once again is Fiskers, the Neko Goblin chief. And Fiskers just kind of like walks up, just kind of like gently sniffs Nessa, and then gently sniffs Harvey, who's like, "Pleasure to meet you, young." And it's just like, Fiskers, young Fiskers or old Fiskers. Sorry. Why is he here?
He's gonna fix you.
He's here to get rid of those little lumps in a way that should be much safer than if, say, one of us were to attempt it.
Okay.
Apparently, some weird guy was putting gold in you in your sleep.
It's about right.
Gold. It's really weird.
So you get to keep it.
Yeah, we thought the same.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't
All this over a
weird.
patch of petunias as well, which is doubly bizarre.
Well, don't worry. I'll be sure to be done in 2 shakes of a cat's paw. Ah, ha, ha. Hey, that's our thing. Okay. Are they always like this?
Get out.
Don't worry, we all stepped on that landmine.
So not Harvey. Dr. Jenner starts going to work, and time passes. You know, the sun just kind of like moves overhead in a bit of a montage. There's like, you know, wiping the sweat from his brow. There's one of those scenes where he's just like, scalpel, and then, you know, one of you standing by and hands it to him. It's just like really high tension. There's like, you know, driving bass music in the background, and eventually he finishes, and all of the cats have been sewn up, not with cat gut like he originally brought, because that would just be disrespectful. No, instead they're using dog gut that he happened to have on hand. And yeah, after that's all done, Fiskers comes up to the party and is like, you know, I had my dad spat all you, but that was really meowstiful work, to borrow a fun pun from chat. And
You are very welcome.
it's not everyone that we honor like this, and we don't have much to give you, but we talked about it. We'd figured we'd give you this. Holds up a jar, like, you know, a small mason jar.
Full of the bloody gold.
No. It's full of glowing, like, white, translucent powder. I need to figure out what they called it, because I had something.
Successfully confusing the chat.
Oh man, I had a good quote and I forgot that I wrote it.
We're gonna be here for weeks, guys.
Oh, I recognize this stuff. It's cocaine.
This is one of our most precious possessions. We call it magic glowy dust. Take it
That is
with
a
honor.
great name.
Ooh, I'll grab it.
So what does this actually do?
Does it make things delicious?
We
What's it smell
don't
like?
know. It just looks cool. That's why we have it.
Where'd you get it from?
Well, one day we were digging through the trash, and there it was. Don't worry, we washed it.
Wait, you washed the powder or you washed the jar?
Handed to Jin.
Why would you wash powder?
Did
That's
you
why I
take
was-
it out of my hands?
I hand it back to Nessa to fix the space-time continuum.
Thanks.
May I ask for my special coin back? It is has a lot of sentimental value to me.
Okay.
Also,
I was just-
do you need
I know it
the
is
coin
very
that
shiny, but
was? Do you need the coin that was inside you?
Yeah, you can keep it. You can keep those. They are shiny, but like also bloody, and we don't really like that.
Wait, how did he cut the cats open and then put coins in them and then sew them back up? Did he
without
drug
them
them?
noticing.
Don't
Yeah, without
think
them
about it
noticing,
too
did he
hard.
drug
This
them?
isn't meant to be.
Awesome. I am down for that reasoning.
Rom, your eyes are doing that thing again.
I don't know what to think. Okay.
Oh, does Brom just have the face of like all of those math memes where it's just like
Yes. He's looking off in the distance, like, and then he just goes, "Huh? What? Oh."
Okay.
Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, we got 500 gold from the dude, right?
Yep. And
Well,
they'll give you another
we don't know that,
500
right?
because gold is meaningless in this game. It is so weird. They just are like,
I
yeah,
don't-
if you do a combat encounter, everybody gets X gold, and it's like several hundred.
That's
I
'cause
mean-
a box is like 30 gold.
Yeah, it makes
An
sense.
empty box.
When you start off and you're like, I don't have shit. Well, how am I an adventurer?
I like that.
Can't
I like
buy a
that
bedroll
suggestion.
and a mount.
You all should go to town, buy some catnip, come back.
I just realized how fucking dumb I am. This is the easiest math problem ever. We each get 250 gold.
Yeah.
You did it.
Well, if any of you want to make an investment into a business venture,
That's
then,
all right. I heard what happened to Petunia.
Wait, what happened to Petunia?
Who's Petunia?
Oh, you've forgotten so soon.
I'm worried.
You can have my gold. I trust you.
Well, I will pay it back and then some. Just let me find the page here.
Quick clarification. When my pizza gets here, do you want me to mute my video when I go get it?
As long as you don't mind
Do it,
being
please,
represented by a
Richard.
little orc girl.
Yeah, that's fine.
Um,
That's Brom's
actually,
inner,
don't mute your
self.
video. Just let us know, and I'll mute your video so that you don't jank up ordering.
Yeah, cool.
There's something to find that you want to invest in. I guess you can use mine, but I'm gonna hold on to mine for now.
What is there anything we need right now? Like something that we've been.
We could probably get some food variety. I'm tired of eating the same stuff every day.
What, you don't like
That was-
my hunting?
Well, Nessa, you're here now. Did you bring like stuff? Like, I know you're a chef, but
Well, I brought a tent and a repair kit and a fire starting kit and a lantern and utensils and ooh, this umbrella. I'm gonna just
Wow,
open
that's a gift now.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Not a bad no, not a bad gift. Put a knife in her hands.
Yeah,
Look
okay.
at
I'll
you,
put
dirty
I'll put an
mind.
image of a
Safer
little
word.
Neko goblin out in front of the. Yeah, okay, I got it.
I've
But
got a
also-
utensil set too.
I can craft stuff.
Ooh,
Well, food specifically.
I can hunt half-ass.
You should get some food and spend one night in the inn, please, before we go off again.
Plus, I can make it so that any food we buy lasts for 7 days.
Oh, that's what we need.
Good. So let's go food shopping, stay in the inn, and take our time, and then leave in the morning.
Fine,
We don't
but
have
we're
to-
only getting a basic room.
I mean, I'll sleep in a tent.
Fine.
I'm good. I'm good with nature.
Well, sure. I'll push your bed next to mine. I'll just use two.
Okay.
If you sleep outside.
Yeah.
When
I
we
mean,
have,
Sorry, go ahead, Jim.
I was going to talk to the DM for a moment, but if you guys are still talking in character, then go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, like, yeah, I'm gonna sleep outside. You know, it's been a while since I've been able to focus on nature. So
Focus on nature.
yeah.
I mean, last session you strangled.
Hey, you don't know that.
That's why I'm not using my characters.
No one knows that. No one but Brahm and whatever God is in this realm.
Bambi's still crying about it.
One point to another, I'll talk to Nessa and be like, "Oh, you won't believe how happy I am that there's another girl on this trip. I mean, don't get me wrong. Jen and Brahm are fine. Jen's Jen,
Fine.
but I don't know. I just kind of missed, having someone else who is clean most of the time, or at least cared to be clean most of the time.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh boy.
I mean,
Oh.
Jin's usually pretty tidy. At least
I am
that's what-
very tidy. I resent any implications or insinuations to the contrary.
Yes,
least-
but I'm a noble.
It's better
That's
than
what
what I thought she
Petunia
was doing.
says.
Seriously, who the hell is Petunia?
Yes, and Petunia, what?
I am yes ending. Who the hell is Petunia?
Apparently, she knows that you're tidy, and You may or may not have lost her money?
Oh, shit.
Okay.
So what's this thing about Petunia?
Oh, you haven't heard?
No, I've been on this trip.
Well, I mean, it happened before the trip. Although she is still quite heartbroken over the whole affair.
With
What affair?
with that
Who
guy
is
again?
Petunia?
Sorry, what did you say?
Is it the same guy as last time, or is someone different? Because that one other guy, I forget his name, but like, that was wild.
Oh, yeah, with Alex? Whew.
Was that his name? I thought it was Greg.
Hey, is my real name for this shit. I'm not Joe.
That was an accident. It was just the first name that popped into my head.
I was gonna say Greg. That was the first thing that popped in my head.
Nailing it.
But
It's canon now.
that other Yellow
Also,
said
apparently
he's
Jin's
from-
gay. Okay.
His name is Greg when I was talking to her, but I don't know. Maybe he was using an alias.
Well, no. Maybe. I mean, Petunia has wild taste in men.
I don't know. How old is she this year? I forgot. I forget. She was like, I know she's like like 4 years older than me, but she might even be 10. Like, I don't know. She kind of like looks somewhere in like that age
Somewhere
range where you could be
between
like
20 to 30.
well, more like my age, like 16 to 30. I don't know. Some days are like, and some days are like, oh, you look okay.
Pretty sure she's turning 22.
22 and like she
You know,
went through
she's-
Greg, Alex, and that other guy all in the last 3 years.
Yeah, and I mean, like, she's moved on to Jin, though. She's been hovering around him quite a bit.
I know he hasn't said anything about it. I don't even know how to bring it up, so I just kind of like, just let it sit. But I don't really care. Like, Jen's business is his business. But he's around me all the time, so like I should know. But
Well, sometimes guys like to keep their bedroom time secret from their friends.
well, Rom certainly doesn't. He'll literally say anything. But I don't know. He's kind of a
Whoa.
nice guy.
That's Brob. The second that he found, like, knocked up his wife, he just, like, I swear, knocked her up, walked out, yelled at the moon, and then told everyone.
I don't know.
I'm
He has.
a boy! Yeah!
Oh my God, is that him now?
That's why he needed to get back to nature.
They're like, God's sakes, go on a journey, come back in 8 months. Oh my God.
Did you know he found? And I'm gonna flip open to the page of the yellow spring lily or whatever it was.
Oh, actually,
that he found.
Do you know offhand which page that is?
In my book of knowledge?
Yes.
It's in my nature chapter.
Okay. You notice that the book is rearranged from when you last looked at it. Continue.
Can I find the nature chapter?
Yeah, sure. It just takes you a little longer.
Yeah. Oh God, I don't know where it is today. And here, it's he filled in. Well, I filled in the rest of the entry, but he found it. In like one try. I told him about it, and then he like just looked over, and like in an hour he found it. I don't know. It's kind of. He's not even magic or anything, but like, he doesn't even understand it. But like, it's almost like he can do it though, like with his like perception or something.
Well, he does really like the outside.
Maybe like that one with nature sane people say. Maybe he like actually is. Like,
Do you
what
think
if
he's human?
what if that the flower? Like, what if he knew where the flower was because the flower knew where he was?
That's some deep shit.
We do have some
I know,
plot to
right?
get to, by the way.
So I'm gonna go to town and buy. I'm gonna negotiate for 500 gold worth of small goods,
Okay.
which I can roll and handle that off screen so long as there is some kind of good in this town that is merchantable.
Yeah. You find whatever you're looking for. We're not going to do shopping RP right now.
Cool. I buy local products.
We're gonna
Cool.
do philosophy RP.
Apparently. No, the RP that we're going to do is anybody going to do anything else before they like wrap up, head to the inn, have, supper, whatever?
Nothing productive.
Yes. So this is just fluff, but it's perfect. So on the route, either to or from with Dr. Jenner, like Brahm is gonna pick Dr. Jenner's brain about like, hey, so I hear that if a woman's carrying higher up, it usually means a boy, right? So like, as long as she's holding that baby up top, then I'm gonna have that son I want, right? So like, if I just push her stomach up, it'll. That's how it works, right? Like, you're a doctor, you can confirm that.
Oh dear. Look, here,
I
follow
roll
me.
like
He brings you back to his office. He just like starts looking through his books. He grabs one, gives it to you. There's a giant cervix on the front, and he's just like, I'm going to let you read this, and you can just have it, but you need to read this.
Okay. He's gonna just look at the pictures, but he'll take it. He's looking at the pictures and he's like, he has no idea what the hell he's looking at.
Are you walking around trying to read that book around us?
Yeah, like he's in town just walking around randomly, and then he'll be like, what the hell? So here, what is this? This thing, it looks like a ram's horn, or
Why are you reading that?
Anyway, holding
What the
upside down.
hell?
Yeah,
Nessa, come look at this.
It's just like, he's like, the baby's head comes, yeah.
So-
flip that.
Oh my god.
So we get a room.
He's outside.
I'm going to assume
with his book on birth.
So you all settle down for dinner at the Bait and Tackle Inn, and it's like this really stereotypical large open room with kind of like large benches for seating, and there aren't that many adventurers around. It's you four, and I'm going to assume that Brahm is just like leafing through this book while he's just like taking a bite out of the stew every once in a while.
Yeah.
But while you're doing all of this, you suddenly notice that there's this girl in the corner, just kind of like, and she has this big pink floofy dress. And in one of her hands, she's carrying this wand that ends with a moon on top.
She's a 500-year-old death god, and we're all about to die. I've seen enough anime to know where this is going.
I'm gonna continue eating with my own utensils.
What are they, silver spoons?
Yes.
I'm going to keep eating and try not to stare, but like, I'm gonna be staring.
Is she
Hey,
like
Azrael.
staring at us?
You know what? Yeah, every once in a while she stares at you.
Is it just me or is that girl just staring at us?
As you like make eye contact, she's just kind of like, hi.
Is she young looking? Or?
Yeah, she's like 12.
Do you guys know her?
No. Hey, what's
Trying
your
to ignore it as
name?
best I can.
Oh no, Brahm is just like Brahm's optimistic. He's a people person. He's like he kind of holds his place in his book, and he's like, "Hi."
Hi.
I just want to relax.
I like your dress.
Thank you. She starts skipping over to your table and sits down without invitation across from Brahm. Hi, I'm Tilly.
Hi, Tilly. Brahm. Nice to meet you.
Nice
Have
to meet
seen
you
this?
too.
What?
Did
Brahm,
you just
not
show
that
her a
book.
picture of the
Just
uterus?
close it once.
Like, look at this thing. I've never seen this thing before.
Close.
You might want to reconsider what you show people.
In the first 10 seconds of meeting them.
Thank you, Tilly. You beat me to it.
I'm just trying to understand this. My wife is having a baby.
Oh my god,
and
I'll explain
Don't
it to you
ask
later.
small children for that.
Point taken.
So, what brings you all to town?
Oh, we're travelers.
Well, there were these cats that this guy was like putting gold into for some reason, and then we helped them, and now we're friends with them. So if you like cats, you know, we can introduce you. They're really cool. I like your wand umbrella. What is that thing? That moon shaped thing?
Oh yeah, it's really neat. Shing. Just like make sparks appear in the air.
Ooh, is that like magic? Like what they do?
It's not like magic. It is magic.
Where'd you get that?
Boop. And then just like a giant pumpkin appears on the table.
Ooh,
Ooh.
it can make food.
If I want it to.
Pumpkin real.
Oh yeah, good
Touch.
point.
I touch it.
You touch it, and it just kind of falls apart into
Oh,
a bunch of pieces.
Pumpkin pie. All right.
I'm still learning, though.
It's pretty clear you're still learning. It's almost real. Can you make other things like actually substantial yet? Like in last?
That's my door knocking for the pizza.
Okay, I'll mute your video. Just a sec. You get to be Sasha now, so like you better up the sass.
Oh gosh.
Oh, make me Sasha.
I can't.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay. Go back to main. So y'all are just like sitting around a table, and eventually she's just like, "Say, I can't help but notice that little jar you got there." She points at it's just like kind of peeking out of one of your sacks, whoever has it.
That's
I probably still have it. Yeah. Some adorable Neko goblins gave it to us.
Yeah, do you know what it is?
I sure do. That's moon dust.
Okay, no.
Is that a metaphor or is it actually from the moon?
I don't know.
Cool.
I can tell you though that I'm looking for moon dust.
And why?
How much is it worth to you?
Well, she reaches into her pocket and you see her hand, one, go in further than it has any right to. And then two, you hear a lot of clattering as she like rustles around in there. And then she pulls out a small ladder. She's like, I got this. Oh, sorry. Let me demonstrate. So like right now it's like, you know, maybe this big. You could stand on it technically, but it's not very tall. But she just like starts pulling it, and then she pulls it some more, and then she pulls it some more, and then she keeps on going, and eventually it reaches the ceiling. Isn't
What
it
else do
neat?
you have in your pocket?
It's pretty neat, yes.
You probably shouldn't ask that of a young girl. She just starts,
Wait, it doesn't fall
I'm a
apart
young
when
girl,
she touches
too.
it?
Nope.
So did she buy, like, Mom's gonna be like, wait a minute, did you buy that? Or did you make that?
Well, I have it.
Okay, that doesn't exactly answer the question. I'm just curious because your pumpkin fell apart.
Oh, don't worry. This ladder won't break. I
You got
guarantee
anything
it.
else in that bag?
I do.
What else you got in that bag?
You're not a very
have a
good
last
listener,
name?
are you? She just said
No.
not to ask. That's the GM saying that I don't have much else planned right now.
Well, Nessa, you're in charge of the moon dust right now. Does that seem like a
What
worthy
does
trade to you?
moon dust do?
Oh, it
I'd
just
like to
looks
know,
neat.
too. That doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you want it if it just looks neat? You always seem to have a bunch of fascinating things on you,
I
so...
mean, she is 12.
Oh, I like using it as glitter. As you begin to look at her, you can see that her dress is indeed just like coated in glitter.
insight check.
Sure, do in spirit.
Yes. That's an 8.
She seems to be perfectly legit.
Really? Just on your dress? That's all?
I mean, for now. I got lots of other stuff I want to glitter too. Like a pet turtle. I call him Mr. Chonkers. And I have other dresses.
Does the ladder go up to 100 feet?
Oh, this goes up to 60.
Okay.
I think it was 60.
Seems
I look at my map that
Yep,
I've been
60.
keeping since I'm the mapper. How wide was that river that we crossed?
It was 100 in one spot, and then I think it was
I think 50
it was
was the
50
highest.
in the spot we went.
yeah.
Or the lowest, yeah.
I don't know. It seems like a good deal to me.
Sure.
Awesome. Pleasure
Yeah, I
doing
think
business
so.
with
Glitter
you.
dust.
Wait, do we just give her moon dust for a ladder?
Yes.
A super duper extendo ladder, yes.
But we don't know what moon dust does.
It's glitter.
It
It's
has
just
You can
glitter?
tell.
yeah.
We've been told it's glitter.
Okay. I just want to make sure we're not giving like drugs to a young kid.
Yeah, dude, because it could be cocaine.
Yeah,
It
that's
still could. It was not unconfirmed.
She just like whips
That's
out a credit
wrong.
card, just like lays a line down. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it
the
was not
stuff.
confirmed that it was not cocaine.
Higher than the moon.
And for a ladder, that's some crackhead stuff. Selling cocaine for a ladder.
yeah. I mean, the energy that
Hey
She
man,
had-
you can go real high on this thing. Oh wow, wow.
This one's a metaphorical high, and this one's a literal high.
young.
Man. Don't do drugs, kids.
Ryuutama, the really lighthearted travel RPG in which we cut coins out of adorable little mecha goblins. We deal with people of raving levels of insanity, and we sell drugs to young children in return for ladders.
It's only
Oh.
session 2.
Hey, but on a positive note, we do learn about the anatomy of how a baby's born.
And we learned
Oh, and also we
babies,
show
flowers,
anatomy books. to
cat
young
goblin
children.
behavior.
Oh man, we're
Hey,
not
man,
even.
We don't know if this is an actual young child or if she's secretly 300 years old.
Exactly.
500-year-old death god, yep.
Okay.
Anyways, it's my bedtime, so I better get going. But I'll be sure to see all of you around.
Like the moon.
What, do you live here?
Oh god.
No, I don't.
Oh god, I know what she is.
Of
I
course.
need to hear your hypothesis, because there's a good chance it's wrong.
She's a fucking Ryujin, isn't she?
No, sir.
Okay.
Hey, fine.
So we
See
go
you
to
around,
bed
I
for the
guess.
night.
Happy travels.
All right. I am
She just makes
going
this
Time
to
travel.
face while walking backwards.
make some delicious food for the day. Also,
I like how you're hitting your curtain with that.
You still make your specialty ice cream cones?
yeah, but I don't know if I can make that here. That requires some specialty equipment.
Just one of those before I get to the all stage. It'll put me in like the right mood. I told everyone I know what to ask him, but I actually don't.
I have no idea either. Like, I mean, I was thinking about it, and at first I was like, ooh, maybe I should ask him where the most delicious ingredients grow. But then I thought, I don't know. Well, I mean, what if they're really far away?
Then you just hire people to go get them for you, and then you just work on making the best recipes.
So traveling merchants are for.
I guess. Well, I'll keep that in my back pocket in case I don't think of anything better.
Well, you can just ask me. I could probably. I think Jen is a traveling kind of merchant person that would do that. I mean, he's not very like strong, so like I don't know.
But what if the best ingredients in the world haven't been discovered yet?
Well, then they need
What
to be
travelers
discovered.
for?
That's the whole point of like learning about stuff. So to find out everything.
Well, I mean, you can't find out everything.
Find out more about the best ingredients.
Guess.
Isn't that the point of the all stage? To ask the questions that, to ask the questions you want answers to?
Let's all ask questions about food. What's the best way to use a potato?
French fries.
Vodka.
Done.
Should pineapple be on pizza?
No.
Yes.
Done.
Just remember that the potato is in the eye of the beholder.
Oh, wow.
Oh god, are these gonna be fortune cookie answers? Because that's gonna be fucking great.
Nah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet.
It's not that he'll only give you one answer to one question. It's that you get the answer to your first question, you realize there's no point in going back.
No, what happens is he actually beams 10,000 different plausible answers into your head simultaneously.
Oh,
There's so
I'm
much
used to
information.
that.
It's useless.
Do you want to see Brahm's head explode?
Okay, so this seems like a good like punctuation point. So we are going to BRB, and then we are going to be back with the second half of episode 2. So stick around.
You said we're going to be back, and then we're going to be back.
Yeah.
That's what BRB means.
Yeah. And we're back. Welcome back
Hello.
to session 2 of Ryuutama, also known as the palate cleanser for yesterday.
Oh, hey, look, we found Sasha.
Nope. Can't have that. You can't take away my toy.
But you put her right there.
No, I didn't. False. Yeah, okay, I'll just rename Tilly Sasha, and then... Oh, I see what you're saying, Brahms. Okay.
Yeah, you can put it back to my video now.
Oh, sweet.
I'm done stuffing my face with pizza.
Sounds good. I will do that as soon as I figure out which one of these you're on, and deeply lament the fact that... Okay, there we go. Studio mode on OBS Studio is not as good as Slobs, but also you can actually do anything, so that's nice. Anywho, so you all go to sleep for the night, and you have a very lovely night. It's the first time in a while that all of you have been able to sleep in a bed, and you have a nice belly full of warm, mostly home-cooked food, and so on and so forth. So why don't you all roll a condition check for when you wake up with a +1.
8.
Oh, and my
Ooh.
die going up is gone now, right?
Yes.
So I go back to my normal? Oh.
I rolled with the +1 a 10.
Samesies.
I get to choose a thing to go up.
I didn't matter which one I picked, but I have an 8.
8. Sweet. With that, you all have a reasonably restful night. Wake up on the right side of the bed, for some of you, the very right side. And so far right, you almost fall off of it again. And yeah, so we're going to take this opportunity to take a look at where you've gone so far. If... the thing didn't stay up the way it was supposed to. Sorry, just a sec. Yeah, so I was supposed to have this really slick screen cap of the Incarnate map that I'm still working on, and then I closed the tab, so I have to get it up and going again. It's almost done, I swear. I'm surprised that it's not picking up on the thing though, so I'm gonna fix that quick. Excuse me while I ramble over dead air.
Rabble.
Pretty much though, right?
So Jin gets up in the morning and he. Okay, cool. There's a map.
Okay.
It's a map. It's a map.
Then go back to this one and then exit studio mode. Sweet. Okay, so zoom in a bit here so people can see what's going on. Okay, so here we have the town of Feast that is on the lower part of the lower continent. And you spent your first 2 days going over to here where you crossed the channel, whose name I don't recall. And then you headed into the Lost Forest, where you hit the Neko Goblin camp, and if you had gone to Jake's cabin, would have been there. And finally, you headed to Thurston. Once you leave Thurston, you're going to be heading over the Brombledon River and into the swamps whose name is the Bug-Eyed Swamps.
Delightful.
Yes. As you travel through the Bug-Eyed Swamps, you'll do all that, cross another river, and then finally make it to your target village, whose name I once also forget. That is next to the mountains that you'll have to cross before you finally hit the Hearthgrove. So that's kind of the next few days.
How many days does the next leg of our travel look then?
So the swamp is going to be about 3 days based on your current pace, and then it's going to take another day to cross the Drywind Desert.
Okay. So we know a desert's coming up, and we've got at least, say, five safe days of travel of food. So yeah, in the morning time, Sulthira kind of gets ready to go, like a really cautious parent who's going for a 2-week vacation with like 8 kids.
I
So
don't think we have 5 safe days worth of food.
yeah, so we need to get more food.
Also, so we're going through a swamp before we get to another village, right?
Swamp and then a desert and then a village.
Ugh. Because we should probably, just throwing it out there, buy some clothing that matches that. Because, if you just go with some walking shoes, you're not going to trudge through a swamp as safely as you would with...
You're gonna have money to buy food and clothes. It's all pretty expensive.
Yeah, my boots are 500 gold.
Fuck.
Yeah, I can't afford that crap.
Yep. I mean,
Yeah. That's true.
let's get some more money in town. Hit up the
When
job
when
board.
we hit the next town, I'll be able to sell these goods for hopefully a lot of money.
We need to
Oh, yeah.
be alive.
I can make money doing my side job.
Yeah, we could definitely spend some time here, get some money, because like we don't have enough food to make the trip.
Oh, okay.
money.
I do have 100 gold sitting around that I can use to buy food, and we can just get on with the journey.
Plus, every day we do get to roll for rations.
Also that.
Yeah, I can hunt, so it's not gonna be...
I read the whole paragraph of the hunting thing. It halves your travel if you use that thing during the travel phase.
Yes, but I did
that's
say
not-
that at your current pace, which included hunting.
Yeah, I guess the question is, what's more important, rushing to get there or getting there safely? Spending money now...
Let's get there safely.
Yeah, we don't have enough food to get that. We have like what, 3 days of food?
Well, for 4 people,
Huh? Did you? I think.
About 3 days of food.
Okay.
I was
All right.
counting.
Okay.
We should get 5
You like
days
also
of
weren't
food.
moving on frame, and I was like, oh no, did she drop just as she was about to say something?
All right, I'll buy 10 days worth of rations. Boom, done.
Sweet. How much does that cost?
100 gold.
All right.
Quartermaster, new quartermaster, the one who can make food. You add it.
Got it.
Let's go. 10 days worth of food. Is it's $100 for all of us?
Is that 10
No, he bought 10 rations.
ration?
Oh, okay. 10 rations. So
So
that's
2 days.
2 days worth of food. 2 and a
2.5.
half. Okay.
Just as a fluff clarification, Mr. DM, Brahm would have liked to have had a discussion with whoever's like the mayor or leader or whatever of the village, and see, basically put in note that if Jack's if they decide that Jack's going to be having to forfeit his home, that he's interested in purchasing.
So you go to Mayor Leader, and he's just like, oh, no, we wouldn't do anything like that. Although we may have him cede some of his land, most of his punishment is going to be community service. We were talking with Mayor Leader, sure. Community service. We were talking with some of the Neko goblins after reestablishing contact, and of course, they suggested that scooping their litter boxes would be, for the next 2 years, would be sufficient recompense.
Wow. I mean, if they're happy, then that definitely is suitable, I believe. Just watch them, because they did make comments about making him a scratching post or something.
I think they're going to enjoy having clean litter boxes more than they'll enjoy having the scratching.
Oh
post.
yes, we did talk them down from using his leg as a scratching post. Don't worry.
Okay.
Although there was a clause
right,
in the
well-
agreement. I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to use clause. There was a point in the agreement that if he ever gets a wooden leg, they are free to shred it at will.
Right. And also, before we leave, just because it's weighing heavily on me, if you can check and make sure that Tilly, that whatever the stuff is that she has is not bad for her.
Tilly?
Because she seemed really... Yeah, isn't that her name, Tilly?
Who's Tilly?
That was her name, yes.
Yeah, the girl with the moon staff.
Are you sure you're not the one with drugs?
Well, hey, I didn't say drugs, so don't assume. I just was making sure that young girl was okay with the moon sparkle glitter, whatever the hell it was.
Well,
Drugs.
I'll keep my eye out for such a girl if we see one, but... he just kind of starts backing away.
Shall we depart?
Okay.
Yes, but you have to promise me we come back here and buy the portable bathtub in the window over there.
Well, we'll be passing a river later. We can jump into it.
No, Brom.
It's not the same.
I mean, it might not be warm, but
No, let's go.
Okay. You set out on the road, as the road music implies, and you are packed up and heading out. It is much less farewell-y than, the last time you left town, but that's because you don't know anyone. We'll say that Tilly is there. She's jumping up and down, waving, and
Does anyone else see Tilly when she's there?
nobody's paying attention to her.
That's disturbing.
Are we the one on drugs?
It certainly is disturbing. We didn't take that glitter dust yesterday, did we?
did you
The
open
chances
them?
of
I'm 16.
all
I'm also
four of
a
us
girl.
hallucinating the exact same thing, very small.
Okay. Yeah, you continue on your way, and why don't you make a travel check?
That's Dex strength, right?
Yes.
I do not have it up,
Delightful.
Roll.
but the DC
Strength
is
dex.
a 10.
I can't hit
That's
that.
like impossible. No.
I got an 8 and a 6. In my
Or
strength.
no, I'm
dex
sorry.
right now.
DC is an 8.
I still need to roll a max to hit that.
Oh boy.
Should I do it?
Travel check is for everyone.
Like a walking stick.
Oh. Let me find a D8. Give me a second. Oh, that's a D10. This is technically a D8. I got a fuck, this is green on silver. Not the best color combination. 11.
With an 11, you succeed. Yeah. Sol?
I failed.
Okay.
Not critical fail. Just a regular.
Jin?
I failed. Oh, big time.
Okay.
Not
Braun?
critical fail. Sorry.
So I had 1 point off the die from being a critical success. So 13 plus my my gear. If all the gear still counts, the mountain stick or whatever the hell I have, the boot, the shoes, and sorry, that's 2. So it'll be 15.
Okay. Yeah, that is a very high success. Did you roll max on both, or did you do any of the...
Almost. It was a 7 and a 6.
Fair enough. Okay, so... Yeah. Jin's having a hard time of it, and...
As always.
Yeah. You still haven't really gotten your land legs yet. It's only been... How old are you?
Like mid-20s. He's vague.
Yeah. There's this like...
He's 32.
32 years, still haven't gotten your land legs. There's like this really steep incline that you guys have to travel through on your way to the Brambleton River. And you
I'm
just...
sorry, he's probably 29 if he's saying mid-20s and being vague.
Yeah. Steep incline, you just kind of tumble down it and take quite a bit of damage. Sulthira tries to help but gets pulled down with you, although she manages to not tumble and just slide for some skinned knees and stuff like that.
Ow.
God damn it, Jen.
I am not a physically fit man.
I know. I almost weigh as much as you, and I'm in shape.
Did you critical fail, Jin?
No.
No, I
Okay.
rolled a 6.
Okay. I just want to make
I
sure
did
that we're
not
tracking
roll-
fumble points.
I did not roll snake eyes.
Okay. But fortunately, once you like get to the bottom, you just like slam against a tree and
Oh, hey, there's a river.
nope. And this mink falls out of it, and it's a little chubby, and it has heterochromatic eyes, and its fur body seems abnormally smooth. And also, you know that this is a forest and not the right place for a mink.
I'm gonna grab that mink.
Excuse me.
Y'all hear that?
I am going
I
to
think
pet.
so.
Please put me down.
Whoa.
But you're cute. I can give you pets.
The mink, like, just kind of like looks down for a sec. Very well.
Pet the mink.
I go scrolling through my book of knowledge. What do I know about minks using my refined education?
Once again, you have to search through your book, and you don't find anything. Everything's in the wrong spot still. But eventually you find minks, and it says that they're aquatic creatures. It has some information about, the general health stats, longevity, weight, etc., etc. And It says in particular that they're generally found in, more aquatic regions and not forests. And also they don't talk.
Greta, no roll necessary.
No
Like
rule
Brom
necessary.
would turn around and be like,
This is all-
"Ooh,
I
you
have
called
a
an
feat
extra."
for-
Oops, sorry.
For it. Sweet, I'll take it.
I caught my first shiny Pokemon of this game.
So,
I'm not a Pokemon.
You talk.
Yes, I am the Ryujin Senna.
Are you the one following us on this journey?
I have decided to take an interest in you. I've seen what you did with the Neko Goblins and Jake, and appreciate the approach that you took.
What he did was just fix a problem that was pretty obvious.
Indeed.
Quick clarification question, little guy. Is it Jake or Jack? Because I thought he said Jack, and I was confused. Now that you said Jake, 'cause I
Jack,
don't
I've been getting it
remember
wrong.
Jake. I was just clarifying, little guy. Also, I expected you guys to be bigger.
This is one of my
This
forms.
picture's really small, Brom. Look.
Oh, yeah, but you can't eat minks, so
This is how I approach travelers in order to ensure that they don't, run away.
makes
Fair.
sense.
Anyways, as mentioned, I do indeed wish to help you along with your journey. But I have some questions first to evaluate you. Make sure that your heart is in the right place.
Okay.
Hey.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing, I'm just curious about humans. How did you feel when meeting the Neko Goblins?
They're definitely kind of weird and a bit dirty, but like, there's obviously a lot more to them when, you listen to what they had to say.
They gave me a fuzzy, warm feeling in my chest.
I was a little scared of the spears in my face, but they're good enough people.
Yeah, I was scared at first, but, after they pointed the weapons away from us.
And why did you not attack them when they presented themselves with aggression?
Oh, that was aggression?
The mink circles and then
Because-
just kind of like gives you a look.
I didn't feel like breaking a sweat. There's no reason to attack people for no reason. Especially when you can just do stuff with, without getting hurt.
Because based on what Jack said, they weren't always aggressive, which tells me that something was wrong and upsetting them. And I figured better to fix that and have them be who they used to be than to kill them all or die killing them all. Everyone's happier that way.
Right. They didn't attack us. I mean, they pointed weapons at us, but they didn't attack us.
Interesting. And what did you think of Jack?
All shit, back shit crazy.
Yeah, that.
He was a bit tilted the whole time. Now that you're thinking about it, even when we met him, he was kind of like that the whole time.
I mean, I didn't know him that well, but
You did.
seeing as he was bad, and the first time I saw him, he tried to say that my, traveling companions pulled him out of his bed, I would say that he's a dick.
Yeah.
His reaction, his motivation and his reaction to that, completely disproportionate. I think the guy might need some help.
And finally, did you learn anything from your experience?
Don't
There's
touch Jack's petunias.
There's a portable bathtub I want in Thurston.
Echo goblins are a little strange, but pretty cool.
Don't take anything at face value. I honestly I thought something was fishy with Jack. That's why I was investigating the tree before I chopped it down. I wanted to see if it looked like maybe he did it but then when you look at his legs, I was like, yeah, no one's gonna hurt themselves that bad.
Very well. I take great interest in seeing people experience new things and try all life has, seeing everything life has to offer. So I will be watching over you. I encourage you to try new things on your journey and continue learning and growing from your experiences.
Wait, can we ask you a question?
Very well.
What's moondust do?
It's very useful as glitter.
Oh,
Okay.
oh,
Great.
do you know? I actually just came up with a great question. Do you know all of the questions that have been asked by the asked of the All Sage?
Go ahead and roll Spirit Int. While I try and come up with an answer.
7.
I know of questions that have been asked of the All Sage.
What's the most interesting one?
The most interesting question or the most interesting answer?
Question.
You've learned that Checker's cat, I see.
Well, a certain traveler wanted to know where a birthmark came from on a woman that he had met several towns back.
That is interesting. Possibly worrying. Mostly interesting.
Why would someone care about a birthmark they saw on somebody else, like, in passing?
That's why it's
I've never heard of your
interesting.
birthmark.
Fair.
Dumb,
Seems like a wasted question, right, Sophia?
right? Seems like he just
Yeah.
took the whole journey there and didn't come up with a good question and just thought of something, the first thing that popped in his head.
Yeah, you should always have a question before you even start the journey.
What, you haven't thought of
Ah.
your question yet, Jen?
I'm screwing with
I have
what my
mine.
question is. So do I. Yours, that is.
Anyways, as mentioned, I will be keeping an eye on you. Please be sure to try new things on your journey, and you will receive my gifts. Farewell.
Wait,
And the mink just like,
what are
right
your
away.
gifts? Oh, God.
Wait, is it gonna watch us while we're like using the bathroom in the woods?
yes.
I don't know, but that's why I wanted the portable bath, because you can get ones
Oh.
with covers and stuff so the gods can't watch you.
Oh, actually, you know what we can do? If we have an extra tent, I can cut a hole in the bottom of the tent, and then we can dig a hole, and then that's our.
No, we don't have an extra tent, or else the one person won't have somewhere to sleep.
Oh, well, that's true.
Also, it's my tent.
Well, that was weird.
I
Also,
propose we now split up into the boys' tent and the girls' tent.
Yes, please.
do you get negatives if you sleep under the stars?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh man, you take the man away from Brahm.
I mean, you
All
can
that's
just take
left
the
is
negatives.
The wife and the boy.
Yeah. He wants to be one with nature. Also, great catch, you two. Like you hit that tree hard enough to knock that thing out of the tree.
Yep. It was intentional.
That's what I thought. I was waiting for you guys.
It gave me some. Okay. It gave Marit some rough flashbacks to, like, the shit you had to go through trying to find Jin in Golden Sun?
I remember
there's
that
a blast
game.
from the freaking
Miss
past.
Golden Sun
Right?
so bad.
Oof. Okay. Anyways, so the way this is gonna work is I will tell you the bonus you get if you try some new life skill or something like that. But until then, it's a
What's
mystery.
that mean life skill?
Like going out in nature, Sulfira.
Yeah, so
And
like,
not-
No.
has Sulfira
about
ever
it.
cooked?
Yeah, dude.
Okay. Has Sulfira ever played the violin?
Of course.
Has Sulfira ever read a dirty magazine?
Well, she knows what smut looks like, so.
You're making this really difficult.
Ever snorted moon powder?
Have you ever
Perfect.
snorted moon powder?
No, she's
Have
not
you
done
ever
cooking. She's
If
not
you
done
snorted
cooking
moon
at
powder.
age 16.
Never have I ever.
Have you ever just peed off of a wall into the distance?
Am I spider climbing on that wall and then I pee off?
Okay. How about this?
So let's cross this damn river.
Okay. You cross.
Totally off topic.
You
that
get to
time.
the river. You don't cross it yet. It is about 70 feet across at this particular juncture that
Damn
you
it!
just happened to cross.
I'm gonna look for a place where it's at least 10 feet closer.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a
Yeah,
navigation
60
check.
feet's what we're looking for.
Is that int?
I believe so.
7.
With a 7, yeah, no, you don't find anything.
So
Well, maybe. Nope, that won't work.
Theo, can you take a crack at looking for a place? You've got the map.
Can you come with me? Because don't want some animal to come out and jump at me.
I'll come with you. Also, how rough does the water seem compared to the other river?
It's moving
Also,
at a
even if
decent
we
clip faster.
even if we tried to use the ladder, how would our animals get across?
We'll figure it out. Can
mean,
I skirt the other opposite edge of the river that Jin did not look?
Sure, go ahead and roll a
To look
navigation
for
check.
somewhere. That's a 15.
15. Yeah, you
15.
pick the right direction. You've had a lot of training in rivers, and so you know that you always go and look south for calmer waters. And you find a relatively timid crossing that is a mere 40 feet across. It'll still come up to like
look, that-
your necks if you're walking, but you can touch the
Use
bottom the
that,
whole way.
Booming voice of yours to tell him this spot looks, it's like it's a lot shorter, like only 40 or 45 feet.
Also, look at that bridge right. No, I'm just kidding.
I fly over to the bridge.
Does the DM do yes and as well? Because if so, so Brahm would just kind of turn around and cup his hands and be like, "Over here."
I cut my ears.
Sounds like they found something, Jin.
Oh, let's go see it.
I know that was a pretty interesting fish.
Hey, who's got
Hey,
that
it was
ladder
gonna
on
be good
him?
for dinner if I ever hit it with my bow, which
Who's got the ladder on him?
I do.
This is shorter. It
So-
should fit across.
I was thinking we can use the ladder and maybe have like a sturdy person go across first, and then have one person holding it down on each side as like kind of like a handhold to make it safer for the people that aren't as good at crossing.
I can go to the other side and make sure they just make it.
Yeah, I like the idea, but I think what you mean is have the sturdy person hold the ladder on this side while someone else goes across first, and then they can hold it on that side while the other person, and then when 3 people over there, the stronger person like myself will then go across while y'all 3 hold it down.
And then we can help, like, while we do that, we can help the animals get across too.
Yeah. So like I'll hold it down. You know, like at least 2 of us can hold it down while 2 people go with some animals, and then a third person who's probably the weakest can go without an animal, and then I'll come after.
Okay.
There's a story I heard once about like if you have a fox and a chicken and some
Oh my god, don't do that one again. That's like a first grade exercise.
Right, so that's what we're doing right now.
I heard one about a frog and a scorpion.
Ooh.
I confirm that strategy he did in the same order.
Okay. Can I get
Okay,
When I was
so-
listening, it made sense, but I can't repeat.
Can I get some dex strength checks?
Oh, dear God.
So we're laying the ladder across
Mm-hmm.
and walking across it.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd probably have to like crawl or something, but because it's a ladder, it's not a.
Yeah.
Unless
And
you have
then
like
the
boards.
The first two people to go are going to be bringing the animals over.
Yeah.
Probably just like holding their reins while like.
I'll be an animal person.
Also,
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know.
Actually, the three animals. All three of us can be animal people. While
Yes.
Brom holds the line.
Isn't there 4 now though? Because
No.
didn't she bring one?
Yeah, she did, which means we have 3.
Oh, so you only had 1 pack mule.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pack mule,
Gotcha.
llama, donkey.
Yep.
I got an 8.
Okay.
I got 4.
Okay. Waiting for the others.
I also got an 8.
I got a 5 on the dex strength.
Okay. Sulthira, as you are going, so there's still like a current and you're still like trying to take let's say the llama with you. And unfortunately the llama like loses their footing and gets pulled along by the
name
current,
is
pulling you
Ostrich.
into ostrich.
Okay. Yeah, that
That's
sucks.
that's the llama's name is ostrich.
Ostrich.
Right.
Ostrich is alive, right? Like we're just in the
I mean,
water
you're
now.
swimming right now. You're in the water.
Am I
You're not dead
closer
yet.
am I closer? What edge am I closer to?
You are
Grab the ladder.
in the middle.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna anchor onto the ladder first
Dex,
and
dex.
make sure that llama. What do you want me to roll?
Dex, dex.
Okay.
Since it's kind of like a reflex. It's like, ah!
6.
6. Okay. You grab onto the ladder.
I grab the ladder. Do I have ostrich also anchored with me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for the next person to come up and kind of glare at them because they know I need help, but I'm not going to admit that. I'm just gonna use my body language and be angry and quiet at the situation.
Can I also interject? The next person that goes, Brom goes, hold on, pulls out a 10-foot piece of rope and says, tie this to yourself, tie it to like around the ladder. That way, if it yanks, if you drop off, worst case scenario, it yanks you and, Saphira's over there, I'm over here.
But
so
then wouldn't I be stuck at the first rung?
No. If you wrap it around the entirety of the ladder.
Oh. Accurate.
Yeah. Kind of, because so I do it with trees. When I have to get up trees, I put a rope around and, yeah.
Are you
That.
out of character? Are you sure you're the low end character?
Yes, let's listen to how Brahm likes to slide up and down wood.
I mean, it's like I can't barely put my arm around him though.
This is the extent of his knowledge as an adult, though. Like,
Right.
Has to
tying
do
ropes
As
around
long as it
llamas.
has anything to do with lumberjacking, he is a wunderkind.
Yeah, geez.
Right. Well, lumberjacking and a little bit of like animals and nature.
He also now knows
And
a
spring leaf here.
teensy bit about the uterus.
Yes.
Is anyone gonna help me up?
Yeah, sorry.
Shivering.
I'll be like, I'll do that.
Stir,
Slide
stir.
along. I'll probably have Jin take both of the other animals then
Sounds good.
to help Sulthira up, so I have more hands.
Stir, stir.
Stir, stir. Damn, I didn't know they could do that.
Silence. Once I'm up. Am I up?
We're waiting to see.
Another D8 for you.
dumping them all out.
Massive clattering of all of the dice.
That is a 9.
A 9 will help you pull Sothira up, and yeah, you're back on the ladder, so you make it the rest of the way.
Just silence and kind of shivering. Is it a cold river or a
It is a
warm river?
cold
Prestigious
river.
shit wrong game.
Yeah. It's just a silent, angry, frustrated shiver. For
Yeah.
the next 15 minutes. Don't say anything.
I'm making it, yeah. Gotta make a call back to the cats.
And then when we get back to the other side, I'll pull out some of my bedding and wrap it around Sulfira.
Aww.
It should help.
You can see that I have wrapped my warm cape around me to help me with being cold. It's a
Okay.
+1 bonus against cold because I don't want to be cold.
The rest of you finish making it across the river.
Okay, we recollect the ladder.
Cool.
You need to do laundry.
Well, you've already done your laundry.
No, like. Damn it. Fine. Let's just go till we camp.
Yeah, go
Well, we
ahead and
could camp
roll
next
navigation
left.
check.
Okay.
So, you got this, or should I get it?
I hand you the map.
Cool.
I've rolled to assist.
I
with
had
a
got
7.
8, and
I
+1 is
successfully
9.
assist.
Where are status effects in here?
It's called conditions. I'm guessing. is
There's
what you're looking
sick,
for.
shock, poison, muddled, tired, injury.
Did we want to camp near the river so I can fish, or
How much of the day do you travel up to the river?
I would know that.
Not very long.
Would all know that.
oh,
Okay, so-
then never mind. Yeah, we got to keep moving. So I'll just hunt.
Yeah.
I do that during our travel, right?
Yeah, that's during travel. And it is a strength int.
Okay.
Okay, so Sulfira, I'm going to bestow upon you for falling into the river sickness 6, which will, oh wow, that's, oh well, yeah, sickness 6. So if your condition tomorrow is below 6 or lower, then you suffer the effects. Otherwise, you do not.
Okay.
Are we in a forest or a swamp?
So you have just disembarked from the river, and you are changing terrain to swamp. So you are now in the, where is it? Bug-eyed swamps.
It makes sense because I'm not finding shit for food. Like, there's nothing here. AKA, I rolled a 3.
Yep, that won't do it. As you continue on your
We
way,
have.
Did you find anything?
No, I mean, I don't.
God damn it.
There are a couple gators, but, I don't know if I can wrestle them down.
Fine. You see me take a bite of some snacks that I got wrapped up in whatever they used for container stuff. It's like candy and shit from the store, and I don't share because I only have
Oh.
today.
Those things will
I don't
rot
know
your
if-
teeth out.
You want to use your +1 food?
It's not +1 food. This is
okay.
just regular food I bought
Okay.
for a single day to
Okay.
RP with.
Yeah. It's the +1 is for the condition that day, not for the next day. So
It's a
Yeah,
box
it's
of
junk
chocolates.
Yeah, junk food.
Yeah. I guess. Do you want one? Giving it to Brom.
Yeah, I mean, well,
It's
no,
a
no,
New
no,
Yorker.
no. You keep it because I don't want to take away from your stash.
Don't need all 6. I eat the 6th one.
You're a growing young girl.
She looks at her boobs and looks back at you and just like smirks, and then
Brom doesn't look at her
You hear
boobs.
the sound
Okay.
of Jin slapping his forehead in front of you.
Never mind. It is next days.
yeah.
So did I hear the result of the navigation check?
9 total.
Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. And finally, so you all have spent your day wandering through the swamps after coming out of the river. Can I get a camping check?
Yeah, I will be casting the spell Alert Bell Alarm, which makes a little bell in the center of camp. That makes it so that if a monster comes within 10 meters, the bell will sound, but it also gives a +1 to camping checks.
So, sorry, camping was Dex plus int?
Yes, Dex int, and then you'll have a +1 whoever does it.
One person.
I have D4 plus D8 for it, so is that the best we've got for camping checks?
I've got 2 D6s.
That's the same thing.
The same.
Is it 2.5
Okay,
plus?
somebody roll to assist me.
I'll roll to assist.
Yeah, same.
Alright. Assuming you succeed, 11.
I got 5.
Exactly succeeded, so 11 total.
Do it.
Okay. With that, you successfully set up camp in the swamps, and you all settle in for your first night. Yeah, do you all want to have some time around the campfire, or should we move on?
Let's
I just
gather
want to drink
around
some
the
tea.
campfire and sing this campfire song.
Yeah, I'll be like,
Campfire, yes sir. Okay.
I guess we're just
Me.
eating rations.
I set up the once camp set up though. I set up the washing kit because I didn't get all the laundry done that I wanted to do in town, and I need to clean the clothes that I just held to the river while wearing. So I'm gonna do that before going to bed. Is my chore.
Yeah. So like Brom is going to, kind of like go over where Sophia is, kind of clean the clothes, and he's gonna take his shirt off to give it a wash. He only has 2 shirts, so he puts on the.
Stares at your chest every time.
No, he takes the one shirt off, puts it down to get it ready to get washed, and then puts a new shirt on. He only has 2 outfits,
How old are you?
He's 32.
All right, I'm half your age.
Yeah. He's a man.
Hairy chest.
Harry, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, he's super. He's like, what's the brawny lumberjack looking dude? That's basically what he looks like.
Yeah, the paper towel dude.
Yeah, the paper towel dude. Yep, like full on beard and mustache, and if you lift up his flannel shirt, it's just like fun.
He has a shirt of hair underneath his shirt.
Yeah, he has a built-in warming cape. But he's like, down there, and he's kind of like watching you wash, and he's like, I don't really know what to do with this. My wife typically does this kind of stuff. Can you show me?
You've really never done this before?
No. So I work. I bring my dirty clothes home. She usually has me clean clothes, and I don't really worry about this.
I just want to clarify.
Oh.
So that means that you've been wearing dirty clothes since the 3rd day.
I told Nessa that they stink.
Technically, he washed his clothes when he jumped in the river. No, actually, no, he didn't. He took his clothes off. So yes, 100%. He smells
Gotta
like a
keep
man.
these dirty. Don't go in the river.
He
Okay.
smells like a man.
I mean, I'll have you know that I wash my clothes. So, like, don't throw me in with that shit, but...
Well, yeah. I mean, I assume so on day 3, he's like, shit. I have dirty clothes. Okay, well, I guess I'll just put this back on. 'cause, yeah.
When I
He's
switch
just-
them out in my rucksack,
absolutely-
they don't magically get clean.
Yeah.
What's going on?
He's just like, wait a minute, why are these dirty? And so he's like, so
Oh,
he notices
honey.
you doing that. And he's like, maybe I should go do this.
Yeah, so this one's just a portable one. They're much bigger and better, and less hands-off at home. But this is a washboard. Oh my god, you haven't washed those in a long time, have you? Like, have you washed these clothes since we left?
No.
Oh my god, okay. And I show you how to use a washboard.
In my defense, I did say I wanted to buy more clothes, and you guys said we were broke. So
Yeah. So, are you like absolutely helpless without your wife then? Like,
no.
Can't do laundry?
For laundry, yes, but
You just
remember how we had the talk before about how you can do some things and I can do some things, you know, and it's a good match that you can do things that I can't do and I can do things that you do. That's how me and my wife are. She does all of the things that I can't do, like thinking about, you know, where the money should go and about, you know, what colors look good in the house, and she cooks really well and stuff like that. I go out, I chop down trees, I run the business. So we make one whole person together.
Why don't you just show each other how to do each of each other's things so you can be two full people?
Well, he just kind of like does the like distant stare of like thinking, I didn't think about that. I guess, you know, I was too busy with trying to live up to my father's name and get my business, you know, kind of like the best like he was.
No,
And
that
then-
sounds romantic. What you guys have.
Yeah, see, exactly. That's what she says. But, you know, now with the kid coming along, I think you're right. You know, I definitely need to
You should probably learn how to do what she does at home so you're not useless.
Well, I think that's a strong way of putting it, but I want to be able to help her.
Well,
I-
you need to be able to help her. She's your wife.
Right, exactly. And according to what that book said, she's going to be going through a lot of changes.
Wait, you read the whole thing? I thought you were just looking at the pictures.
Okay, so I started just looking at the pictures, but then the pictures I didn't understand, so then I started reading some of the stuff. I kind of skimmed it a lot, but I did pick up on, you know, how she's going to be going through like mood swings and how she's going to be in pain, you know, and that's just not something I want for her. I kind of feel bad that I put her
Well,
in
it's
this
gonna
position.
happen.
Well, exactly. There's nothing I can do now, but
You already did it.
that's what I'm saying. There's nothing I can do to
Heyo.
stop it. But my biggest fear is, you know, what if it's a girl? I don't know.
What do you mean,
I
what
have-
if it's a girl?
I only have brothers, you know, and, you know,
Then you need a girl.
well, the chances are it's going to be a boy, but I need to be prepared, you know, and so I think you can help me better understand, like, what a young girl goes through that I might need to be prepared for.
I have all of the wisdom for you on what a young girl goes through.
Just gonna throw a stream marker down there.
They're black on what? So they're describing a young girl's problems.
Okay, so
Like,
let's talk about menstrual cup. No. Anyways, so
Meanwhile, at the campfire,
since you're doing
Round.
something new, until tomorrow, so you get to double your MP without regards to the upper limit until tomorrow. It'll go back down to normal.
So tomorrow, like when I wake up, or
Tomorrow when you wake up.
okay, so
So you've got 2 hours.
So you got 2
Yeah.
hours to do some cool shit with all of those no magic powers you have, but you can concentrate really hard.
yeah, I wash the
Tree.
fuck
Chop a
out of
tree in
these
one
fucking
swoop.
clothes. No, like I wash the shit out of these clothes. I go, I think I get it, Saphira, and I just wash everyone's clothes really good.
At one point, I'll just like step back after our conversation about girls.
You get to watch. I'll step back and just like, wow, you learn pretty quick, Brom.
Yeah, I try. Jen,
Yes.
bring me your clothes. Take your clothes off and bring them over here.
Jen, bring Brom your clothes.
I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. Yeah, you double your MP and then it goes right back down to normal.
Yeah. And then I'm like tired. I'm like, oh, no wonder she bitches at me when I get home. This sucks.
No, hold on.
I'm gonna hand him my traveling robe, and I'm gonna put another traveling robe on.
I go grab Ostrich's saddle and saddlebags and saddle all that stuff and bring it over to Brom. I'm starting
Brom's
to
like, wait, bring me the tent. We've been sleeping in that and sweating in it.
yes, we have. I bring him the tent.
All right, so that's what Brom's doing all night.
I'm instigating this.
Well, that interruption comes in the middle of, I assume Nessa's like cooking dinner or something.
Yeah, I'll be cooking dinner.
Jin is gonna not like ask anything, but just very intently study what you're doing, like take notes and stuff, ask questions on occasion.
Yeah,
Well,
that's cool.
it depends on really what you're cooking, but basil goes good in most things.
Oh, okay, basil. Okay. Last time I tried to cook something, the results were not pretty.
Don't worry. You'll get better someday. And I'm sure you won't make the next person throw up.
They didn't throw up.
Did they die?
No? No, they didn't. Barely.
The poor person.
Last I heard, they were still alive and well.
So what was her name?
I don't have a girlfriend. I don't date around. Damn it. No one can prove it.
Oh my
That's
god!
what the
Oh my
rumors
god!
Say.
Roll an opposed spirit int.
Oh yeah, this is what I'm really good at.
Crit.
Did you fumble?
Hey, you get a fumble point.
I got a 7.
Jin's deception is what a meow steak. Okay. Jin's
Okay, so you
deception
can tell that he doesn't.
is as thin
doesn't know.
as an damn it, what's something really thin cooking? I'm like an oiled stew.
Non-bread. I don't know.
As thick as water.
It's
Paper.
thin, okay? It's thin.
You know what?
I cook paper.
You know what? I'm not even gonna tell you what you interpret. You tell me what you interpret, and it's going to be right.
That's so much power.
I know.
There are
I rolled
really
2
thin
ones on D8s, man.
pastries.
Go for it.
You talking about that pastry you roll up, that like thin one? I don't know. I'm not a pastry person, but
Oh god, what do I do with this power?
I don't know, man. Go for it.
You don't know what you've done.
Oh, I know exactly what I've done. I'm waiting for the fallout and explosion.
damn. She's gonna tell everybody.
I've already said I'm a gossip.
I'm 30 feet away talking to Brock
Clearly.
about girl problems.
Meanwhile, we're talking about.
There's too many possibilities. What if they're just all right?
Just pick
What if
one.
they're just all correct?
Just pick one.
They're all correct.
Channel
Just
your
pick
inner improv training.
Oh. So you thought you liked boys, but then you realized you just had a huge crush on Sophira?
He's like 9 years old.
Oh God, no! That's actually really creepy.
You know, I don't think you should follow through on that. Find a girl your own age.
Anyway, that's why boys
Oh,
are
my
off
bad.
limits until you're at least 9.
Oh, that's
Then
the
we
worst
start walking
thing.
over.
Oh God, I don't want to be a
Start walking
pedophile.
over.
You're only a pedophile if you follow through on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna request that we rewind and pick something else.
Okay, fine.
Probably something less illegal. Still, that's a hell of a clip.
You've gone through most of the girls in the village?
There we go. I like that one.
No. Maybe. Only the ones in my age bracket.
Oh,
There was a reason little
So-
Timmy looked up to Jin so much.
old Miss Marion was lying then? You haven't been with her?
I think she's the only one who is lying, but yes.
She must just want to fit in with the other girls.
Peer pressure is a hell of a drug. I would appreciate it if you kept quiet about it with the others on this journey.
For at least the journey.
Oh, did it actually not?
Yeah, if you want, you can roll a spirit, Sulthira.
Oh, sure. That's not terrible. 9.
Nope. You're busy.
I am busy.
Okay.
Yeah.
The night continues. And you all eventually go to sleep. The sun arises the next morning, and let's all roll condition checks.
Oh,
I'm like, I realize it's late, but I gotta get to my next level of puns.
8, so I'm not sick.
8 as well.
Ooh, 5.
5.
Still fine. Just, yeah.
Doesn't do anything bad
Yeah.
immediately.
And I got 11.
Condition checks is pretty much just unless you fuck up.
I'm
You're
sorry, Sylph, what'd you
fine.
get?
You're
8.
8. Cool.
So remember,
You
it's only
recover
if you
from
roll
condition.
at 2 that.
Jin?
I'm sorry?
Jin? What'd you get?
8.
8. And then Brahm got 11. And so what we're going to do is we're going to like soft level here. So you all can pick a die to level up now and we'll do the rest off screen. But you're entering
I think
hard
that's all we
terrain,
do.
so better get that out of the way.
I feel like
Yeah.
Brahm's intelligence is going up.
So's Jin's.
Well, shit. I have to keep ahead on the intelligence then.
I went with dexterity.
Okay.
I don't need this fucking intelligence.
Smarty Pants Party.
Shit.
Yeah, I feel like
Okay,
whereas
cool.
I should do strength just so he's the strong person. I feel like he's doing more like thinking right now. So
It's because you have the low ed score. You're doing the most thinking.
Okay.
that's true.
Let's all make travel checks.
Travel check. Right. That's what it's called.
Strength dex.
Like, I've been thinking for 30 minutes and I still don't get it. I'm doing the most thinking though.
Wait. Humans have eggs? I thought that they had babies. They don't lay eggs.
Wait, I didn't read that part. What are you
There's a
talking
lot of overthinking going on. It's the facial expression staring out into space after something vague is said. It's clear he's thinking a lot.
I'm thinking about how much I'm thinking now.
7 for the movement check.
Okay.
I got 11.
Okay. Jin?
Or
Oh no.
I'll half my HP again.
Okay.
I'm trying to find what page was those items on.
JK, I feel like that would be
Like
a really
160
painful
something.
way to make
58.
breakfast. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Somebody just got up on chat.
I can't see chat except through your screen, and it's really, really blurry because right now my internet cannot handle watching the stream and also being on the screen.
Fair enough. Brom, what'd you
I
get?
can barely handle what I'm doing now.
I'm just trying to double check. So, does my hiking staff come into play here?
Yes.
All right, so that's +1. And then I have walking shoes. These shoes are, so it says, this one says on road, so that wouldn't count because mud shoes what you need for swamp, right?
Yeah.
So then that would be
What you said has an
8.
air of truthiness to it. Okay. Solthira, you also fail. And Brom, you also fail. So it's a
Damn,
hard
swamp.
day. It's a really hard day. You're all traveling through the swamp, and like some of it has like, you know, boardwalks that lead through it, but some of it doesn't. Like Brom, you lose a shoe, and then like a fish just comes and chomps you on the leg. Solthira, you like trip and get a face full of mud, and like it doesn't actually hurt, but the emotional effects of it though really bring you down for the rest of the day and take a chunk out of your HP. But as you're all traveling and we're getting close to where we're going to leave off, you come across this boardwalk leading off into like it's a very Lord of the Rings, you know, swamp-esque scene where there's like the large swamp scene stretching out before you, but littering this swamp are the corpses of slimes and I forget their names. Gobrax. Gobrax everywhere. Like they're just littering the area. And Gobrax are specifically a kind of sentient insect. So like think really large cockroaches is what I've been thinking.
Like
Gross. Do I have 10 minutes to cast a spell on myself?
Yes.
Cool. Once I get first sight of those creatures and look them up in my book of knowledge, and I'll cast round reflection on me, and that kind of like weird, poofy magic will just shimmer around my body until it settles onto my clothing. There, effect, no visual.
Okay. I feel like this happy music is maybe not the right kind of music for this scene.
if we have 10 minutes, I'm just gonna slowly like walk, like sidle on up to Brahm and start like put my hand on his shoulder, start casting the armor spell.
Oh, I needed that, dude. My like shoulder blades were killing me from washing all the clothes last night.
And I'm gonna add in that shoulder massage as a material component, or somatic component.
Okay, you know what? So Jave in the chat suggested an emoji to represent the Gobrax, and yeah, we're going with that. They're cute. They're cute now, damn it. So imagine chibi roaches.
Oh wow.
That's still fucking disgusting. Do you know what do you see roaches in real life?
Yes.
They're not cute in any way.
As you continue
No chibi
along
roaches.
the boardwalk after casting all your spells, you eventually hear this sobbing. It's my best.
We need to investigate that, or we need to avoid that as best as we can. I don't know.
Well, remember, last time we helped someone out, they turned out to be evil, so we should just continue going on our way.
Yeah.
Well,
I
or
don't-
go ahead.
Last narrative I read, the crying voice that's mysterious gets you hurt. So let's avoid it.
But what if it's just a person is hurt?
We should
And what if it's
probably
not?
help them.
Whatever it
Maybe it's
is
a test from the.
gets notably louder, just like as you all start talking amongst yourselves.
I'm just gonna call out, "Are you okay? Do you need assistance?"
I'm fine.
Okay, great. Bye.
Wait, did you guys just hear? Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, so she's whoever. Was it a female voice or male?
That was
Think
that
it's
was
a Neko Goblin, guys.
Let's go check out the Neko Goblin. They're adorable.
Nope. So this time it's you come across this like slime creature, and it's like I'm picturing Maple Story slime, except that it has like a pink ribbon where hair would be on the head, right? And you see this slime just kind of like hunched over as only a slime could be over this fallen like puddle of goo on just like a little patch of earth
Hey.
in this sea of
Oh,
slime corpses.
what happened here?
Have you lost your friend?
Yes, this is my splister. Sorry, I gotta pronounce this right. Splitster, Rolanda.
And she's melted.
She died in the fight.
What were you guys
What?
fighting?
Well, it's a long story.
Don't
You want me
really
to
have
tell
all
it?
day, guys.
We're obviously not in a hurry since we stopped to talk to you.
Well,
Hey, if you need somebody to talk to, then we're here for you. If you don't want to talk about it, then we don't have to talk about it.
the slime like kind of, shakes itself, and like tears, just like giant anime tears just go flying everywhere, and you see the slime blink a couple times and just like hop up onto the boardwalk that you are all on. And she said like, well, I'm Glabella. Pleasure to meet you.
My
Likewise.
name's Nessa.
I'm Jin.
I am Sulfira.
I'm confused.
Well, hello, Confused. That's a weird name. Anyways, I'm afraid this is all because of my father, Slimin. He did all this to try and kill off the McRoaches just because I share my love with Bugsy. And that's where we're going to stop.
Did she
And
say
thus we've
Nick
entered
Roaches?
Shakespeare.
Yeah.
I am all kinds of down for this.
Oh man, I had so much fun writing this. It was a joy, and I am sad we didn't get to it tonight, but we will get to it tomorrow, and it is going to be a joyous melody
Tomorrow?
of bad puns. Sorry, Thursday.
Let us enter the land of Slimeo and Bugsiette. Oh wait, I guess it's the opposite array.
Blobberella or whatever.
Glabella. Glabella Roller, by the way.
Bugsio and
Bugsy McRoach. And his
But I'm trying to
father,
make it Romeo and Juliet.
Crawlerton McRoach. Anyways,
It's not quite a star-crossed slimes. It's a star-crossed slime and a star-crossed roach.
yeah, anyways, that is all we have. Thank you all for hanging out with us in the chat. Thank you, J-Bay. If anybody else is watching this, I mentioned earlier she has a channel.
There we go.
You, I believe, have some channels to throw out there also, Carter, I believe.
Oh yeah, sure. So yeah, I'm Corey. You can find me and my crew on twitch.tv/triumphantblunder. There's a thing on the video that shows you somewhere. I saw it. We do currently Curse of Strahd Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, the next 6 months we'll have 3 more shows out on Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, and Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern.
If you just threw me a graphic, I could throw it on screen. That might make this easier for the last 2 episodes.
That's true.
Just
yeah.
write it down on a piece of paper and put it in front of your.
Nope.
Get like
I mean,
an
no,
Excel
I do
spreadsheet,
have,
screen share
actually.
on Zoom.
I do have some images from. Oh, we'll talk about it later. But yeah,
We'll talk about it
I
later.
had fun. I'm happy to, be part of this. Glad to role play with you guys. I've been watching y'all for a long time now. So-
Someday, we'll see the exciting conclusion of does Brom have a boy?
if it's
We're
a girl,
gonna figure it out, dude. That's the
man.
reason I'm gonna finish this story. I want to see if Brom has a boy. Now, since I've told you everything there is to know about girls,
Yeah, I can
Astrology's
imagine.
useless.
I want
So-
you to have a girl now.
Sophia and like Brom are going through the book too, and he's like, "See, I don't understand this piece," and she's like, "Well, see, here's what happens."
Yeah,
See, this is what is called ovulation.
she's an only child. She didn't get to teach this stuff. She was only taught. So this is exciting for her.
Yeah, and he's the opposite. He's got 3 other brothers, but no girls in his family. I mean, other than obviously his wife and his mom. So
What have I done? I feel like I made a
nothing.
mistake
So much.
somewhere.
So much. Hey, you made one incredibly good decision that I highly approve of. Rewinding to not make Jin a pedophile. Thank you very much.
I felt that was a little too
Yeah,
mean.
that would've been weird.
I would
'Cause
rather
that's-
him be loose than.
Okay.
We're 9
Anyways,
years apart. You can't do that. I'm still
Sometimes
a minor.
sometimes I forget that this Sulthira is 16.
I do too.
I'm used to playing with like
30,
28
27 to 30-year-olds.
Yeah, 27 to 30-year-olds.
Yeah.
She's never 30.
there's some stories. I'm gonna have to like make y'all write a blog post about just Sulthira so people understand, because there's some stuff there though.
That's
The
this
woman,
is
the myth,
this is
the
an
legend.
alternate Sulthira. There's many different versions of hers. She doesn't become the Sulthira that is Pathfinder. Sulthira.
I'm sorry, but Pathfinder
something completely
Sulthira
different.
is canon Sulthira to me, so I'm just assuming that's where you're gonna go with this.
Also, if Joe keeps calling you Miwin, we might have to
Oh
explain
man.
Okay. Anyways, that's all we have. Thanks for joining us again. Ta-ta!
See ya.
that.
Later, dudes.